Well, if you meet somebody that's just good for me, let me know. Because
Would you date him if I know him?
Yeah, that doesn't. Do you only know gay men?
Well, I don't date gay men.
Well, okay. Well, when you guys be saying that, that's weird.
Why?
Because what do you mean you don't date gay men? Because if he is sleeping with you and sleeping with a woman, he's something.
Oh, now you know I love me some TS. But if he's sleeping with you and sleeping with a woman, if he's sleeping with her, he is sleeping with a woman.
He's not gay.
What is he?
He's definitely not gay.
He's bi?
Listen, because if a man come in here and he looks at me and you,
Yeah. What is he?
well, he likes women.
Yeah, because he doesn't know.
And if he does know, he likes women.
Okay.
Now,
but what is he?
Well, that would possibly, it's a possibility.
He's bisexual?
He could be bi or he could be pan.
Okay, what was pan? I forgot. That means you be whatever you like.
Hearts, pan. Not parts.
Oh, hearts, not parts. Now, what is pan? Now, I forgot that. Like, I don't think she means any harm. I don't think she means to misgender TS. I don't think she means to be, harmful here, right? So, but to be clear, she is doing harm. And so while we will be giving her grace for ignorance, we do have to call her in with love, light, and education.
Right. So whatever you see you like, whatever I'm on, that's what I'm on today.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
A lot of men are a lot of men are pan, but they don't say anything. Like
I don't want to run into them. I don't want to date him.
Nene, if you've dated
I need you to like
Nene, if you've
Hello
dated
Kitty all the time.
Let me say it like this, and let me be clear when I say it too. Okay, so first of all, if a man likes T.S. Madison and a man likes Nene, what is he? I actually was asked this question last year when I was moderating a panel for the LGBTQ Center in New York City. And someone was saying, if someone is attracted to a trans person and they're attracted to a trans woman and a cis woman, what are they? We need to find a new term for that. And I was like, no, they're straight. I want to add an addendum to that. I think if a person is attracted to a trans person and they have their previous genitalia, that is queer. That is queer. When we're talking about sexual proclivity, sexual orientation, I don't think that we can remove the genitalia from the conversation. I don't think it is gay. I don't think it's necessarily pan. I don't think it's necessarily bi, but I think that it is queer. I think when I think of heteronormative and I think of straight, I think the two exist in the same conversation. And a heteronormative person is attracted to a cis woman who presents physically in all the same ways that cis women, present. Now, you can be queer and romantically and sexually interested in only and exclusively women, but all kinds of women. Intersex women, trans women, cis women, all the spectrum, right? Because women come in a lot of varieties. And I think when you put transness into the mix and there is genitalia that is associated with men or intersex folks, that is no longer heteronormative. That is, what does it mean to be queer? It means to be like abnormal or to be like just outside of the normative structure of heterosexuality. And so it is queer. And please understand what I'm doing here. Queerness is an umbrella term to include everything that sits outside of heteronormative activity or heterosexual activity. Heterosexuality is too traditional, conservative, rigid, and narrow to include folks who are interested in women who come to womanhood in untraditional or unconventional ways. And so queerness is kind of a catch-all term that catches everybody who is attracted to folks who are outside of cis women or cis men. Now, I'm about to get to this, but activity does not equal identification. Many people don't want to identify that way, right? And here's what I'll say. Action does not equal identification. So you don't have to identify as queer to engage in queer activity. Now stay with me. You don't have to identify as queer to engage in queer activity. You don't have to identify as bi to engage in bisexual activity. There are so many women who do it every day of the week. Girl, me and that girl, I just ate her out once. Girl, that was in college. Girl, what? I'm strictly dickly. What? I don't even play like that no more. I'm a Christian. I have 3 kids. Me and my husband have been married for 6 years. I mean, come on. Stop playing with me. I don't even go like that. But you did. You had that experience. with that lesbian lover with the mustache and the broad shoulders. Beautiful, handsome. It was a handsome woman. You had that experience with that handsome woman that you was working with at the Sam's Club. Yes, I remember. I was there. You was working with that handsome lady at the Sam's Club with the big butt, the training bra on, the sports bra, linking her titties back. Always had the backpack on her, growing the mustache out thicker than mine. Let's be real. I mean, real handsome too. Y'all had that time in that moment. And now you've been back. You like, okay, girl, I'm done. I'm good off that, I am delivered, or I'm just not, that's just not my calling anymore. But you had that experience. Queer activity, but not queer identified. So the same way you can understand that for yourself or for your homegirls who have done that thing, then you understand the premise. You do. You understand the premise that a man could walk in the room and see Nene and see T.S. Madison and say, them bitches fine. And she's like, I am a trans woman. Okay. What does that mean? That means that downstairs I've got my original candy. It's real sweet too. I've got all my original candy. Now I can take you to the candy shop. I can give you a taste of what I've got. If that's what you'd like, right? But if that's what you'd like, you understand? But it is queer. It is queer. Is what is my personal opinion, and that isn't. I don't know why people receive that as a pejorative. It just means not straight. Just means not heteronormative. So yes. And the last thing that she said, where she was like, I want you to like Hello Kitty. So if the man that you dated only dated studs before you, she said she was now, because these studs do be going through the back door and getting some dick, the backdoor dick. Let's be clear. These studs be getting some backdoor dick. Not all of them. Now, I don't want to write that on all my stud sisters. Okay? But I know some studs who have gotten some backdoor dick. Okay? And so if he's attracted to masculine women who present more, or if he's attracted to trans men who also may still have that Hello Kitty. You see how the logic of reducing women down to their genitalia does not articulate what you mean? Because what you mean is you want him to only be attracted to cis, feminine presenting women. And unfortunately, you can't control the next man's. Now, if he wants to go to the candy shop, he's going to the candy shop.
There's a possibility in your life that
He's been with a man.
he's been with something.
He's been with a man. Are you looking at a man? All right, let me just calm down. Herb.
What do you mean he's been with something?
He's been outside. I mean, here's the thing. I know that women consider trans women men because we were born male. Mm-hmm. But there's a difference between being man and male.
I get it. But you have your parts.
That's correct.
So he can love you and think you're so beautiful.
That's right.
And I want to sleep with you.
There are men who deal with me that won't touch my parts. Anytime you see
But does he know it's there?
Yeah, he knows it's there. I'm not hiding it.
Oh, you're not?
No.
I mean, that wouldn't make any sense.
Well, I've had gentlemen to tell me, "Hey, put a pillow over that," and I'm like, "Well, you're not the nigga for me. You don't have to touch it and deal with it. But I'm not hiding shit from you."
Clock it.
So, okay, wait a minute. We gotta go back and figure this out.
Yeah.
So the man.
Now we talking.
Yeah. So the man gonna be sitting with me and you. I don't want to talk to him no more.
You don't.
No.
Because
see, he's not telling me the truth. 9 times out of 10, the guy seemed like he would come and tell me that he's bisexual. So what if he never told me? Isn't he lying to me? You said they wake up and lie.
They do.
So he woke up and lied.
But how is it?
They
how
do.
can we make men comfortable to even say that they find other things outside?
I don't know, but I feel like he should tell me what he likes.
But here's the thing: you might demonize him for telling.
I won't. I just probably won't be with him.
Yeah, that is correct. And then men risk risk losing that. There's some men that have experiences.
I don't think Nene also, there's much that she doesn't understand here, but she also doesn't understand that like men don't want to lose access to women, because it's not just if you want this to be his logic or like his praxis, you want him every time he sees a woman, he's interested in her every time, to tell her, hey, these are the other kinds of women that I like, or this is what I'm interested in sexually. Some men have feet fetishes. Some men are into golden showers. Some men like scat play. Google it, kids. But they don't tell you that when they meet you, at dinner for the first date, or maybe even the 5th or the 6th. They may not tell you that after the 5th or 6th sexual encounter. They may tell you once they feel safe enough to be like, this is something I want to explore, or this is something I've been interested in. What are your thoughts on that, right? Because a person's independent sexual desires are their own. And they don't owe you. Why? There's nothing that could really be articulated that can tell me why you need to know what another grown adult has done with their body if it doesn't impact you, and if it doesn't impact your sexual health. There's no reason for you to know that. But she also doesn't understand that men don't want to lose access to women altogether, because if I tell you and every other woman that I date that I'm interested in all kinds of women and I don't discriminate, etc., there are so many women who have been socialized to think that now that means that you're not interested in women at all. You say, hey, I'm interested in women no matter how they come. Trans, cis, intersex, what have you. As long as it's a woman, I'm not going to, and I find her beautiful, I'm knocking her down, with respect. And after going through the proper processes. What they know, there's one thing to say something, right? What you say is not always what is received. What will be received is, oh my God, you're gay. Oh my God, are you homosexual? And it's like, wait, I said I was attracted. You're homosexual. Wait, no, women, you're homosexual. And so they don't want to lose access to women, so they're not going to tell you. You just said that if someone is dating, look at T.S. Madison and look at me. You think the niggas that's attracted to me are attracted to Auntie? I can tell you that is not the truth. I mean, there are men who are attracted, to a bevy of things, but people who are gay like men. Anyway, let's keep going. Well, I want to see what y'all was saying. Don't Google it. Don't Google it, kids.
It's like there are women that have had an experience.
Well, why he can't do to me the same thing he doing to you?
Because I don't have a pussy.
But that's, well, okay, you're right. I forgot. Okay.
I don't have a pussy.
But he's coming over there looking at your beautiful hair and makeup. Well, he can't come over my house and see mine.
Well, yeah.
Well, what's going on?
Well, shit.
Why the hell you going to sleep with me then going to sleep with you for?
Men like variety.
Oh, please, I don't want him.
Well,
did you just meet men?
But it's happening.
I'm over it.
But these things, this is what women.
That's why I'm not even dating. I mean, I'm dating, but I'm not. I mean, I don't know.
But you can't hold yourself to a dating standard because you're afraid of a man. That's not the worst.
So you
thing
think it's
happen.
okay for me to sleep with a guy that's sleeping like that?
Well, if he's sleeping,
having sex like that.
I don't know. I think that if he's bisexual, but here's the myth about bisexuality.
Do you think I should be taking PrEP? It's a prep?
Yes. I think that all women should be taking PrEP.
Really?
Yes.
I said that all the
Because a friend of
time.
mine told me she's taking it.
Tamar.
Yeah.
Yeah. She told me
Drag
too.
Tamar.
I think that all women should be taking PrEP. I think that all women should take whatever necessary safety precautions, whether the man identifies as heterosexual, bisexual.
It's so unfortunate that so many women, particularly Black women, are not familiar with PrEP in the way that they should be. Considering, of heterosexual people, I believe Black women are the highest contractors of HIV, if I'm remembering correctly. They are after, queer folks, Black queer folks, and then brown queer folks. I don't have this information readily available, but I know it is very high in terms of contraction. And people are like, everybody down low. I'm like, baby, everybody not down low. Just a lot of people don't have good sexual health practices. A lot of people don't have access to health, sexual health education. And niggas don't get tested. Niggas don't get tested. Do you know how many straight men have said to me, like when I was in college, I had a lot of straight men friends because I was friends with, a lot of frats because I had a large female friend group. And so niggas always would be like, yo, Herbie, where the hoes at? And I'm like, my friends are on their way. And I'm just a charismatic person. So, and I'm funny. So straight men, even if they are homophobic, they really, like, for the most part, it's like, there's always going to be some straight guy who's cool with me because I'm cool. I'm a cool ass guy. And so there have been countless straight men who have told me like, oh no, I'm good. Like she gets tested. The bitches I fuck with get tested and they all clean. Or look at her. She clean. Or my female friends who have said to me like, oh, like this guy came over and he didn't even bring up a condom. And one of my female friends in particular have been like, men see a pretty face and they assume that you're clean because you're just pretty and you've got everything together. these men are scary. And it always blows my mind when people are like, they're down low. I'm like, you date straight men. You know they don't get tested. Me and my queer homegirls get tested every 3 months. Bitch, my PrEP subscription stays filled, right? And that's not to invoke any stigma around HIV, right? Anybody who's living with HIV, I think those people are equally deserving to love. Actually, was dating a man last year who was positive. And when he told me, I was like, oh, that's so sweet that you shared that with me. Well, you're undetectable. I'm on PrEP. This does not bother me. And it's taken me a very, very long time to get to that place. I found out that U equals U, undetectable equals untransmittable. So I was like, I need to see your viral load. Yeah. First of all, when I get involved with niggas, we get tested. Yes. Here are my most recent results. I get tested every 3 months. Here are my most recent results. Where are yours? Where are yours? And when he told me that he was undetectable, I wanted to see those numbers for myself. Show me. Yeah, she's a progressive queen, but show me. And I mean immediately too. You know, I just wish that but this is also comes from me being in college and, going to see my the campus doctor often, and them just expanding my mind on sexual health education. A lot of people don't have access to that. So when Nene she's going to go on to ask more things about PrEP. And I'm like, I told my sister this, I told my friends this, y'all need to be on PrEP. Y'all need to be on PrEP. It's not a gay medication. Also, it's scientifically proven women in long-term relationships with men have worse vaginal pH balances than single women and lesbians. Go off, Orange Moon. I'm an orange moon. I love that song. That's probably my top 5 favorite Erykah Badu songs. I love that song. I just peeped your name. Joanna, people don't be cautious enough for me. I mean, at all. That's so true. A lot of men don't get tested for real. And it's scary. Right, Kat? Because it's paperwork or a bunch of other excuses. It's like, girl, go to the doctor. Thank you. We'll talk later.
Your homosexual parents. I think that all women should be taking the necessary precautions because when women really understand that men are a creature of curiosity, they're a creature of if that dick get hard, they gonna fuck it.
Really? So is the PrEP gonna make me sick?
Well, the PrEP, you should consult with your PCP, your primary care physician, and let them walk you through the things that it would do. It would definitely build you up enough so you never catch HIV or AIDS. Now, other STIs are out there, and I think that people think that that's the worst thing to have is AIDS, but you know there are other STIs that you have to protect yourself from. So just protect yourself, even if you're married. Even in these days and times,
we were just talking about this.
These niggas is loose.
They are.
Goose.
You are right now. That part I know
These
you right
niggas
about.
is loose.
They outside.
They out the door.
They are.
I don't give a fuck how bad you is, how pretty you is, how fine, how sexy, how rich you are.
Yeah.
These niggas outside.
They are outside.
So that's why you got to be outside.
You do. Thank you so much. Yes.
I love you. I date 7 every time.
Yeah, that was fun. That was cute. It was problematic as fuck, but you know, it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Now, I do want to say this, and moving on. Everybody get on PrEP, and if you're not on PrEP, know your status. If you can figure out your status, and it no matter what your status is, there are resources and there's medication. Right now, I believe, you know, folks with HIV have similar life expectancies who are on medication as folks who are not HIV positive. So don't I know it can be very scary to do the testing, to do the work. It can be anxiety inducing because you're like, Robin, outside, I'm a little spooked. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. You're gonna be fine no matter what. Right. I remember when I was nervous because I had sex with this guy. And I was like, girl, we did use protection. What's the tea? I'm nervous. Da, 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 da. I've been taking my PrEP, but sometimes you're like, did I take it the way I was supposed to? Have I been taking it regularly? And then sometimes I get off because I'm like, bitch, I haven't done anything in months. It's a dry spell. I'm getting off this PrEP. And then out of nowhere, some nigga circles back and you're like, oh my God, I need to take it. And if you're a male, you need to take it for 7 days for it to be active. If you're a woman, you need to take it for I believe 21. If you're a female, you need to take it for I believe 21. I don't know what the stats are for folks who are intersex, so consult with your PCP. But I remember feeling, for whatever reason, I felt like I was just uncertain. And I called my friend and I was like, girl, I don't know if I'm okay. The sex was amazing. The sex was amazing. But I'm not sure if I'm okay. And what he said to me on the phone gave me so much comfort. He was like, Herbie, no matter what the results are, because this was a man who I was so madly in love with, or deeply in like, I had a deep affection for. And he was like, you like this man. You trust this man. You're innocent. Something about him saying that. He was like, you're innocent. You trusted him. You engaged in a physical expression of that trust and that care and that love. And no matter what the results are, when you move in a space of love, no matter the outcome, you're innocent. Bitch, when I tell you that got me so emotional, I was like, girl, because it's true, right? Like, I'm an adult, trying to make the best decisions that I can, but sometimes I don't make the best decisions. And so, or there's the decisions I would make because I'm a person, I'm type A. So I try to think everything out before it happens. And I'm a very prepared person. And so when something is out of my control, that's very, very difficult for me. And I'm like, girl, I have a while before my next test. I think this was like, was this 2023? 2024? This was a while back. And when he said you're innocent, baby, I felt like I weighed 2 pounds. I felt so light by that. So I want to give that to you as well. Don't be afraid to get tested. When you move as an adult, as an expression of love, care, love, bonding, trust, right? You're innocent, no matter what the outcome. Now, of course, it was negative, and I try to be very regimented with my prep. But even if it went the other way, right? That would have been enough to make me feel good. And that's why having community is important.